that what you're calling it?
Well, we're talking about snow. Most of them in today's game.
This is West Delaware girls basketball from KMCH Sports. Hawks basketball is brought to you by the KMCH Sports Boosters. Now let's go to courtside. Along with Bill Logan, here's KMCH Sports Director John Swisher.
Yeah, thank you very much, and welcome in high atop the old Hawks Nest in the upper gym of West Delaware High School. Boy, we've never done a game together here. Basketball, my first year in 2009, Billy, had volleyball, had the experience of doing volleyball. We've done many games together over the years here when we're at different stations. When I was on the stage, you're up here. But this is our first time together here as this gymnasium closed down the season of 08-09. It started up with the basketball season of 09 after volleyball in that year. And here we are for some late season basketball because of team regional duels tonight as the West Delaware Hawks were victorious in their first round over Union. They'll take on Crestwood now for a chance to go to the state tournament next Wednesday. And tonight it's the West Delaware Hawks with a record of 5-14 against Anamosa, who's 16-4. The Lady Raiders can clinch the Wamak East Side title outright here tonight. The Hawks are trying to play the spoiler role.
Yeah, they're really looking forward to being able to do that. We're supposed to have a game last night, so we're kind of hyped up, ready for that. Now they get another little day's rest of having a busy schedule here as of late. So they're looking forward to coming out. It's hard telling what they're going to feel like playing on this gym. I don't think any of these girls have probably ever played on this gym. Maybe practiced through the years.
Little kids tournaments too. They still have those in this gym. But yeah, no makeup basketball games that we know of. There might have been one or two throughout the years, but mainly it's been used for West Delaware wrestling and any real competition here. They've had the Battle of Highway 20 with Independence a few times, but that's been pretty much it as we get ready for this one here tonight. Anamosa 16-4. Their best record since they last had a winning record in the 2010-11 season when they were 12-11. Coach Jack Leedy and company getting things back on the winning side of things here for Anamosa girls basketball. We'll have more pregame show as we caught up with both of the coaches here tonight, Coach Leedy and Coach Conrad, and that continues on next here as we will hear from Coach Jack Leedy right now from KMCH Sports. Welcome back in. West Delaware girls basketball here tonight. Throwback style off of the upper gym, the old gym inside West Delaware High School. John Swisher, Jack Leedy, the head coach of the Anamosa girls in his 14th season as the Lady Raiders are 16-4. They have a conference mark of 11-2, trying to win the conference outright tonight. Already have a share of it, and they have to do it against West Delaware here tonight on the road in the final regular season contest. Your team has played very well. 13 of 14 games. You won 11 in a row there since we last saw you against Monticello in December when you're a little short arm there with Taylor Zumbaugh. Wasn't the best of health, but boy, have things come together here for this team this year.
Yeah, I think the big thing is we great team chemistry. We play real hard. We just play real well together. We got some nice balance. I think that's the key. We don't have any one person that carries us. We got a couple good post players. We got a couple good guards, and I think our highest scoring average kid is Sydney Volkman at 12 points a game, and then a 10 and a couple a 9 and 7. We've got just great balance, and that's the big thing to us.
And what do you look for here tonight, West Delaware? Beat them by 12 at your place back on January 12th on that Friday night down in Anamosa. Coach Conrad and company, he gets his kids to always play hard. Scrappy team. They've knocked off a Mount team by a couple points. You're well aware of what you look for in the Hawks.
Well, I'll tell you, like you said, they do always play hard. They certainly get after it. They got some strength to them. They're athletic, and that was a 12-point game last time, but it wasn't a little bit closer than that. It wasn't like we just walked in and rolled over them. So they're gonna play hard tonight, and quite honestly, they're a scary team as they showed against Mount Vernon. Knocked Mount Vernon team there.
Absolutely. What do you like most about this group of Lady Raiders here who's making some history, only the third team to ever win that conference title, and you're hoping to get that outright here tonight, first team since 2005. What has been the main ingredient of this team being successful?
Well, I think this teamwork, how they work so well together, and they just get after it all the time. We don't have many bad practices, And I think the best part of it is they're just a bunch of good group of kids. Talented basketball players.
Thank you. And Cleary, head coach, the Anamosa Raiders, we're back at this for the pregame right here at KMCH Sports. Back inside the upper gym, John. The pregame continues. Ron Conrad, the head coach of the West Delaware. Coach coming in at 2 losses. Great 3 losses. Liberty last on Saturday evening. What if like effort, I think.
Yeah, we're still confident. We're still positive. And it's senior night here, so that's going to be cool. I think the girls will be up for this game tonight. Anamosa, I think, got 16 wins this year, but we took it to the end last time. It was a close game, so we got an opportunity to win tonight. I can't wait to get started. Always a good emotional night.
Senior-wide, thinking about their final game. For example, one more tomorrow now with Marion and makeup. But they've just got to come out here and play, and then have something, a chance to do something special. Knock off Anamosa, play spoiler rule here tonight.
Yeah, you're exactly right there, Switch. We just got to, we got to take care of the basketball for one thing. We got to limit our turnovers to, under 10. At 6 the other night. So if we can do that, we're going to have a chance. If we get up into double digit turnovers, we're going to be in trouble. We got to rebound the ball well against these girls because you got Wilt and you got Volkanet that they can really hit the boards hard. But we're going to have to take care of it and rebound.
Coach Leedy, you've battled him over the years, off and on, and kids play hard, and he says the same thing about you. So too hard, not off there, and both girls, sexy girls, leaving out on the floor, and you don't know that.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Because I know Jackie knows me. We kind of know what each other's going to do. It's no secret. He's going to be playing that zone like he always does, and we're going to try to mix it up a little on him and surprise him a little bit tonight. But we'll see what happens. And
both of your coaches' thoughts here: take care of the ball and give yourselves a chance to score, as you both have had some trouble with the turnover game.
Yeah, and with the short jump tonight, if you get pressed a lot, there's not much room here, and it's going to make so much difference because you don't have the you don't have the area that you have to cover, and you get trapped so easy, and the over and backs. That extra little 10 feet or so.
That's a great point. We'll see how big of a difference that comes in here tonight. Best of luck. We'll talk to you later on.
Hey, thanks so much for the coverage.
Absolutely. Ron Conrad, head coach of the Hawks, as we're back after this to get ready for the opening tip right here from KMCH Sports. And back inside the Hawks nest here as John Swisher and Bill Logan. Glad to have you along for this one here tonight as the Lady Raiders of Anamosa are in town as we get ready for the final regular season meeting on the east side for both of these teams. Western Dubuque needs to take down Macokaner tonight. And the Mount Vernon Mustangs need to take down Solon to have a share with Anamosa if they can win here tonight, as all that awaits till after all the basketball has been played tonight, and see who our WAMAC Conference champion will be on the east side. Marion has it wrapped up on the west side, of course. Senior night here, as we'll talk about those seniors at halftime, but 6 of those seniors done a nice job for this program the last couple of years. Coach Conrad in his 3rd season here, 164 and 114, his 13th year overall, 3rd year at West Delaware, 23 and 40. Jack Leedy, his 14th year at Anamosa, as Coach Leedy, his 17th year overall. He took over for Scott Monk, the head coach at Macokaner Valley now, leaving in 04. And that's the last 2 times that they've had a conference championship at Anamosa, 03-04 in the Tri-Rivers. And then when Coach Leedy took over, 04-05. Since then, not a conference title. And before then, not a conference title. The Shell Force are going for their 3rd ever. They've already got their 3rd ever. A share of it, as I said, they're going for the outright here tonight as the West Delaware Hawks come out and play better basketball, take care of the ball, from what we saw last Tuesday night, way too many turnovers, especially early on, starting to set a tone as they turned it over 19 times against Solon last Tuesday night.
Well, and you look at the stat sheet, both these teams are pretty close in the stats. They're within a half a dozen turnovers on the season, which is kind of unusual for a team that's sitting at 16-4 versus 5-15 or 5-14. So there's two things that jump off my book here. Is Hawks do a tremendous job on offensive rebounds compared to what the Raiders have done. But part of that is then you look at free throws. Anamosa has over 100 more free throws on the year than what the Hawks do. So with that in mind, it looks to me on paper that they're going to concentrate on getting inside, get some high-quality shots. If we miss them, we're going to go with free throw line. And the free throw line, they're just under 67% of the team. So good free throw shooting team.
As the Hawks average 42 points a game, they give up 47 points defensively. Anamosa averaging 47 points a game and give up 37 a contest. This series is led by West Delaware in the last 21 meetings dating back to 2007. West Delaware has won 11 games, Anamosa 10. Anamosa has only won 3 times here since entering the conference in 07. And they did it in this old gym. They won 1. And in the new gym, in the first year of the new gym in 09-10, they won the other one only 3 times. The last time was last year, 39-29, that first round regional contest. We saw the Hawks in their season to Anamosa. Our national anthem coming up here, as in the upper gym, Jeff Harper, the PA. Corey Coates is the official scorer here tonight, former head coach at the time this gym was last used in a full season. As here is our national anthem as the pep band of West Delaware High School is in action here tonight. As a nice rendition of our national anthem here tonight, Mr. Phil Green and a company, as the Hawks and Lady Raiders get set to take part in this matchup. The Hawks will take on Marion, the number 1 team in the West, a highly ranked Class 4A team, tomorrow afternoon at 4:30 at Cedar Gymnasium. Come on out if you're able to. Take in some late afternoon of varsity basketball. Final time, you'll see the Hawks at home. Regular season finale tomorrow afternoon. Let's take a look at the starting lineups for the West Delaware Hawks. Abby McGrain, Kendra Offerman, Brooke O'Connell, Lauren Collier, and Macy Kleitch. As Lauren Collier batting that ankle sprain, and she rolled her rolled ankle, I should say. She rolled her ankle in that Liberty game and that 55-48 loss on Saturday evening. As also Brooke O'Connell sprained a finger on a Friday night in the game over Western Dubuque. Both of them are in the lineup, going to tough it out here. And we would expect nothing different. Both of those on senior night here, 2018. West Delaware, Anamosa, Sydney Volkanot, Sophia Wilt, also Taylor Zumbach, Taylor Hintz, Maggie McQuillan are the starters here. John and Bill, glad to have you along as Anamosa tries to get an outright share of the title. First time since 2005, 3rd time ever in school history. The Hawks trying to die it here. 9th tip. We're underway at 7:58. Just a tad before 8 o'clock, a long overtime JV game, 21-19. Not many points, but it took a while to get decided. 21-19, Anamosa won that JV game early on tonight. As Anamosa gets a tip going right to left, stolen away inside by Offerman. The first turnover of the game. Coach Levy and company have had their share of the turnover problems as well. They're going good for a while. The last few games, he says, it's been a point of concern, and they've got to clean it up here. And no better time than as they start the postseason Saturday night. There's a three. Got it to go. Nothing but net. Splash City, top of the key. Abby McGrain. Great start for Abby McGrain. The 5'7" senior books it from the top of the key as McGrain is the fourth leading scorer come in. 5 points a game. That's her 10th three of the year. She's now 10 of 38.
Yeah, they did a nice job on that offensive set. Got a job down low and then put it back out wide open McGrain.
And now a scrum forward in the middle of the lane. Tie ball will be called as O'Connell and McQuillan fight for it. And it'll be a jump ball. Goes to West Delaware.
Yeah, they're again, Hawks coming out in a 2-3 zone and are really trying to deny Anamosa getting into that paint area where they do well and get to the free throw line. Anamosa sitting back in their 2-3 zone trying to keep the Hawks out of that area as well. But they're not afraid to shoot that three-pointer. And there's a shot off the glass, no good by Collier.
3-0 here. Hawks lead this game still. As a rebounded by McQuillan in the middle of the floor. She'll get it to Hens. Hens will bring it up right side with a right-handed hip-high dribble. Now pass to the right corner, driving in, losing it on the floor. That time is Sydney Volkanov, one of the leading players on this team, leading scorer with almost 12 a night. As West Delaware has it, 6:15 and counting, quarter number one. 3-0. Hawks have the advantage early on here. As deep in the right corner, Volkanov came up with the ball, trying to get it out. It's kicked out of bounds. It'll go to Anamosa, I should say, as kicked out of bounds by Lauren Collier, and a couple subs in here for the Hawks.
Yeah, they got senior Bailey Beckman coming in and senior Maddie Burke coming in. So he's got all 6 of these seniors in there. He started 4 of them and got the other 2 in right away.
Volkanov up, no good, too strong at the backside off the window, but a rebound by Wilt. Sophia Wilt, that's no good. Out the backside, rebounded by West Delaware. 5:15 counting, quarter to one. 3-0 is the advantage here for West Delaware. The Hawks going left to right. There's a right wing three, no good. Too hard. Rebounds off the front side. Nice footwork there. Tight roping the inline by Volkanov. She gets it to her teammate. Hens. Skip pass to the left short corner, all the way in. Volkanov off the window, no good. Too short. But it bounds around in the middle of the lane. McQuillan comes up with it, and she puts it up and is fouled. She'll go to the line to shoot 2. Maggie McQuillan on the line. As McQuillan comes in here, only averaging a point a game, a 50% free throw shooter, 5 of 10. As a team, 67% is Anamosa from the line. Hawks are at 56%. No good on the first one. McQuillan will have one more.
Yeah, they're doing a good job attacking those things. They're getting shots in the paint area and missing them. They're trying to get that rebound. Got that one and missed the second free throw as well.
It's off the back of the rim and clings off the front of the rim, and into court play as the Hawks, almost a travel by Collier. She got rid of it to O'Connell just in time. Here's a floater left side that was partially blocked away by Anamosa. Now a fight for it. It's pinballed around on the floor with it, and a timeout. Coach Levy will save the possession there as Zumba got on the floor and had that ball. And the 30-second timeout here for Anamosa. 3-0 in favor of West Delaware. An early 3 off the right hand of Abby McGrain. All the points we have so far in this one. And the old Hawks Nest tonight, the upper gym, the old gym of West Delaware High School. Because of the team regional duels, West Delaware beating Union in heavy fashion, taking down the Knights early. They are wrestling at Crestwood. That's live right now on KMCH and our mainstream at KMCH.com. After 8 o'clock, glad to have you along here from KMCH Sports, Mix 94.7, KMCH in Manchester. On KMCH.com tonight, we thank all 47 of our sports boosters. Next to in-studio producer Faith Hunt for getting us hooked up. John and Bill with you from West Delaware High School as the Raiders able to get past the pressure there, and they get in their half of the court. Now a 3. Left side, no good. Off the front of the rim by Zumba. And still Anamosa looking for the first points. 3-0 West Delaware. Low contact. That should have been out of bounds. It was put on the back side of the rim, but no call. Not sure if the official looked away or what. Definitely should have been out of bounds. And this one is a floater in the air by McQuillan. No good. Left short. Rebounded by Offerman. Now Hawks will bring it up. 4.5 to go in the first. 3-0 in favor of the Hawks inside. Offerman off the window and good. And the Hawks have a 5-0 start here tonight on the road.
Yeah, they're also 0 for 7 from the field here so far. They just haven't found touch here, and they're getting good shots in that paint area.
On the road for Anamosa. It's been tough going so far as a floater in the lane from 7 feet out. No good, left short. The rebound was gathered by Will, but she throws it back into a Hawk, and now here's a turnover inside the left block. Volkanot goes up and snags that one out of the air, and now the Raiders come back the other way. Largest lead for West Delaware, 5 points, 3:15 counting here in the first. Here's Will, goes all the way in, and she gets it to go off the window, and good. The first points for Sophia Wilt. She's a second leading scorer with 10 points a night, as Wilt is another one of the seniors, 3 on the roster. 5'7" senior is Sophia Wilt. 5'2" now. The lead cut to 3. 3-point advantage here for the Hawks. 3.5 to go. Quarter number 1. This one's batted away as Hoffman was trying to get her right side, hence bats that one and goes and gets it. 3:20 and counting. Here in the first quarter, this one is knocked away by Beckman out of bounds. Allison Collier will come in as McGrain back in and Macy Kleitch in as well here for the Hawks.
Yeah, they're going to play that 2-3 zone. Last possession, they let Wilt just go right down the middle for an easy kind of throw in there, and Coach Conrad wasn't happy with that. Now he's looking for get a turnover to make up for that easy bucket.
Sub in for the Lady Raiders. There's a shot, no good. Rebounded underneath. Going to be a jump ball called. Zumbaugh fighting for it, along with the Collier sisters. Taylor Zaruba is in. As inbounding it will be Zumbaugh. 5-2. Anamosa, 3:01 to go. First quarter. Inside up top, Wilt. Now back out. Swinging it quickly, Hens. Inside, here's Wilt. All the way in, little contact. That's going to be 2 shots coming as Collier and Wilt come right into her as Collier is still moving back, not in great defense position. The official gave the benefit of the offensive player, Wilt. She'll go to the line to shoot 2 here, as that'll be the first foul called on Lauren Collier, team number 2.
Yeah, there again, they let Wilt do the Cardinal sin, is you shouldn't be able to dribble down the middle of a 2-3 zone, and she's done that back-to-back possessions here. Got a bucket, now she's going to the line, and she makes the first one.
One more to come for Sophia Wilt, a 47% free throw shooter. And no good, too strong off the back of the iron that time. Rebounded by Allison Collier. 5-3, the 2-point lead now. Hawks started out on a 5-0 run before Anamosa finally scored midway through this first quarter. This ball's knocked out of bounds on the inline. It'll be Hawks basketball. Baseline inbounds underneath. A couple more subs in here. Eva Wynn is in for the first time as O'Connell comes back in. Hawks up by 2. 2:40 to go here in the first quarter. Final meeting between these two schools in WAMAC conference action is Anamosa moving to the River Valley Conference, of course, next year. After being in this conference since 2007, original member of the WAMAC back in 1943 all the way to 1987 when they joined the Big Bend. And then got out of the Big Bend in 03, went to the Tri-Rivers from 03 to 07 when they entered the WAMAC Conference. Hawks are just taking their time, trying to get a good look here. Good 2-3 zone defense. Coach Leedy and company are known for this one. Those active hands, it batted away. Coach Leedy brought this with him 14 years ago when he came from Cascade. As there's a 3, no good off the backside by Zumbaugh. 5-3, the Hawks have a 2-point lead as Coach Jack Leedy started his coaching career with Corwith, CWL, out west for 2 years and came back to Cascade. An Illinois native, University of Dubuque graduate of 2000. Coach at Cascade for 1 year with the boys program, assistant for Al Marshall, and took over the girls program for a season before he got the Anamosa gig where he taught and teaches to this day in the district as a special ed teacher at the high school. This one is being knocked down. There is Will, who got that offensive foul.
Macy Kleitz is trying to make a move, and on that baseline, dribbling with the left hand, just kind of gave her a right arm, forearm to kind of clear some area. And when you knock them down, you're probably going to get called.
Yep, and a good sell job there by Wilt as well. 5-3, the 2-point lead for the Hawks. 1:20 and counting here in quarter number 1. Left side, this is Zumbaugh. Skip pass, right side, Zaruba. Inside, almost lost it. Volkanot should have been out of bounds as Kleitch was contacting the ball as she was out of bounds. They let it go. Scrum for the ball. It's on the floor. Volkanot will get it from her knees. She gets it to her teammate. Now up top, that's going to be a carry violation as Hen lost the handle of the ball. And the carry, we're going back the other way.
Yeah, and it's weird watching basketball in this 10-foot shorter court. I mean, things just seem a little closer, a little shorter. And I think the girls right now are seeing the difference in that a little bit, too. When they're playing defense, it seems like they're pushing them back clear out almost a half court.
Anamosa used to this on their home court, 84 feet, but West Delaware is not. And some of the newer ones around are the 94-foot college style. Newer ones built in the last 5 to 10 years. Another turnover. West Delaware comes back with it. 40 seconds and counting here in the first quarter. This ball batted out of bounds. Good active hands there. And hustle on the sideline by Taylor Zumba. Their brother Tyler plays basketball at Wartburg. He's a member of that 2016 first ever state tournament appearance. 4th place in 2A for Coach Kevin Barnes and the Blue Raider boys 2 years ago. There's a steal at half court. Now Zruba gets it all the way in. She can't make it as it goes off the front of the rim. The Hawks have it back for 25 seconds and counting. It's a 2-point advantage here for the Hawks. 5-3 is the lead. This one's starting out like a JV game where not many points were scored in that one. 21-19. That was an overtime game. Anamosa won that one. Gleich, pump fake, now dribbles in. Collier goes up into the contact, and the body contact foul call on Zumba, and it will be Lauren Collier on the line. First time for the Hawks here tonight on the free throw line.
Yeah, they did a nice job of passing that ball around, and got a good shot in that paint area. Boy, that ball bounced and bounced and bounced and bounced, and then bounced a little more, and then finally rolled off to the side.
Dance on the back of the rim for 3 seconds, it seemed like, before going down off the left side, as Bill alluded to. The Hawks just 2 field goals in this game. Abby McGrain has a 3, and Kendra Offerman has the other bucket. And the second free throw is good for Collier. 6-3 now, the 3-point advance. 3 seconds ago, this one's fumbled out of bounds by Zumba. She couldn't get a handle on it as the pass came into her hot. Getting to the right corner with only 3 seconds to go. And so the Hawks will have 2 seconds here to try to get a last-second shot in quarter number 1.
Putting on these shooters right now here. Bailey Beckman and Abby McGrain come in. Lauren Collier is going to throw the ball in bounds and see if they can get it up far enough to get a decent shot.
Over to Gleich, and she bumped the defensive player trying to get a shot off. Nothing doing. We go to the second quarter here. 6-3 is our score. West Delaware has the lead. They start off on a 5-0 run as the Hawks the advantage of 6-3 now as we go to the second quarter of play. West Delaware, number 1 team of Class 3A. School and enrollment size, one of 64, enrollment of 350. Anamosa been teetering that line the last few years with boys. Have been 3A for girls the last couple of years. As 15 of 64 is Anamosa in the enrollment beds doc, as they have an enrollment size of 318. Anamosa 16-4, 11-2 in the East, 14-3 in the WAMAC Conference overall. They are 7-3. On the road, they are here tonight. They've lost their first 3 road games of the year, but against good competition, Center Point Urbana, Mount Vernon, and Monticello, and have not lost a road game yet. Their last loss came to Western Dubuque back on Friday the 26th. They were up 22-8 in that game, and then the Bobcats' pressure got to them. Western Dubuque came back to win that game, 48-40. As the Hawks are 2-7 at home, albeit a different venue here tonight, but still home inside West Delaware High School. 5-11 overall to WAMAC, 3-10, 7th place in the East Side. 5-14 record for West Delaware as they lead by 3. We start quarter number 2 with the Hawks getting the ball, going left to right. Inside, it's batted around. Kleitz got it, put it up off the backside, fight for the rebound. And it will be Anamosa basketball here off the tie ball as Collier was fighting against 2 Blue Raiders there for the jump ball. And it goes Anamosa's way. Off the possession arrow. As the officials here tonight from Dubuque County, Jeff Rowan, Vaughn Grimm, and Lawrence Digman. There's a shot inside, off the window, and good. Sydney Volkanot gets her first field goal of the night. As Volkanot, leading scorer on the squad with 12 points, a contest. As inside, this one is taken away. After is batted away by the Lady Raiders, and now 2-on-2. Wilt goes into the contact and got it to go. And a blocking call there on Lauren Collier. She was trying to take the offensive foul, but that did not get good enough position according to the baseline official. And Wilt gets the bucket to go. The Raiders have their first lead here. 7:13 to go in the second quarter. 7-6. Makes that 8-6 as Wilt gets the three-point play to go. And she's got herself 6 points now. Largest lead of 2 for Anamosa now. We've had one lead change so far in this game. And it's Anamosa leading 8-6. So a pretty close game until Anamosa won back on January 12th, 46-34. It was a tough shot there. Got it away from the Anamosa defender, did O'Collier, and threw it up. And now another fight for the ball. We're going to try to set the record for jump balls. We've already had quite a few already in this game.
Yeah, a lot of jump balls. That's because both teams are really scrapping on their offensive rebounds. Hawks haven't got any clean ones yet. They've got some jump balls out of it. But Anamosa doing a tremendous job on the offensive boards, outdoing the Hawks. And that's one of those stats where it's reversed the other way. So Hawks going to have to address that.
There's a 16-foot jumper inside the left wing. Got it to go. Abby McGrain. 5 points for her second field goal of the game. As McGrain averaging 5 points a game, the fourth leading scorer on the team for the Hawks. And Anamosa now coming back, trying to answer. There's a shot off the back of the rim and hit the basket support, says the FAR official. And we go back the other way. We're tied at 8, our first tie of the game. 6:27 to go in this first half of play. Talk about those 6 West Delaware seniors coming up at halftime. Give you their bios, what their future plans may be. This one's knocked away. Tough pass. Kleitz trying to get ahead, but Zumbaugh got a fingertip on it. Now Zumbaugh, short corner, all the way in, baseline drive. Gets her own rebound off the glass and good. And Taylor Zumbaugh has their first bucket of the night. And Zumbaugh, third leading scorer, coming in with 9 points a game. One of the 3 seniors on the team, the 5'7" senior Zumbaugh. And now we have a whistle and a timeout on the other side. As a 30-second timeout for the Hawks. Both coaches have used a 30. West Delaware girls basketball brought to you in part by Loker and Davis, Family Vision Center, Rocky Building Service, Georgia Auto, F&M Bank, So's Green Acre, Newhouse Construction, Beavers Lounge, Precision Collision, and the Manchester Press. 10-8 is our score. We've had 2 lead changes, 1 tie. Anamosa leads 10-8, 5:55 to go here in the second quarter. It's been a sloppy game. We've talked about turnovers and a lot of jump balls so far in this contest.
Yeah, turnovers. Coach Conrad said in the pregame they need to keep it in single digits. Well, they had 7 in the first quarter and 6 shots and 7 turnovers. So on the good first quarter, the Hawks were ahead 6-3 at the end of the first quarter. But that was because of 1 of 14 shooting by Anamosa. So they found the bucket here a few times in the second quarter, and they have taken a lead.
Hens with a little contact out top, knocking down Macy Kleitz. A foul coming there on Taylor Hens. That'll be her first, team number 2. 4 on the Hawks, 2 on the Lady Raiders in the team foul category. 10-8, Anamosa with the lead. 5:40 and counting, quarter number 2. West Delaware boys basketball for the final time of the regular season Friday night. Hawks travel to Marion, take on Coach Vandersheim and the Indians. This one's batted away. Another steal by Anamosa, forcing the turnover. Hens goes left to right, top the key to the right corner. Gets stuck now with her dribble, and now a turnover. Offerman just takes it away from Wilt. And the Hawks have the basketball. No pressure there as McQuillan bothering Beckman. Beckman will get it up ahead to O'Connell. There's a slap away by McQuillan. O'Connell gets it to Collier. Allison Collier. Skip pass left side. Hoffman for a 3, left short. And underneath the rebound there on Zumbaugh. Kleitz lost her balance. Fighting Zumbaugh for the rebound. Fell down. And fell right on the right leg of Zumbaugh. And Macy Kleitz will get called for her second foul. And that is not team foul number 40. Contrary to what the scoreboard says.
That's okay. There we go. Quick finger by Coachy over there.
No, by John Warden.
Oh, that's right. Warden. He's doing the scripts of book, isn't he?
That's right. Coach
John Warden.
on the scorebook is trying to remember how to do the old scoreboard. I'm sure that hasn't been an easy choice.
No,
he had one game to warm up with.
Yeah.
Not a lot of points to put up there, though.
What happened is, when I got up early, we had to figure out how to put the old table up there in the bleachers. It's been a long time since they did that.
But it has. A 10-8 lead here for Anamosa. 4:40 to go. Here's Wilt. Yep, she shuffled feet. Good call by my partner and by the one that mattered on the floor, Vaughn Grimm, across the way. He saw the little hop, skip, and the travel. We go back the other way as 10-8, Anamosa's lead. 4:38 to go in the second quarter. Anamosa 11-2, first place right now. Western Dubuque and Mount Vernon on their heels. They both have 3 losses. Anamosa just has 2. If they win tonight, they'll win the conference outright. The third time in school history they've never won the WAMAC conference in all the years they've been in it, from 1943 to 1987, and then again from 07 to 2018 here. There's a shot left side by Abby McGrain, no good. Rebound backside by Volkanot. She almost lost handle of that ball, but she gets rid of it to a guard. Hence, now back to Volkanot after Zumba got her hands on it. Hens will drive the middle of the lane. This one's knocked away, almost double dribble there, nothing called. Knocked away by McGrain. Now Volkanot goes inside, contact coming underneath. Body foul going to be called on Allison Collier, it would appear, and it is. Allison will pick up her first. Team number 6 now is 10-8 is the lead for the Lady Raiders as Volkanot trying to add to it. She has 2 points so far. The free throw is no good off the right side of the rim. She'll have one more. Volkanot, the leading scorers we've talked about, 12 points a game for a team that averages 47 tonight, 83% free throw shooter, 78 made coming in is Volkanot. Check one up and rattles around, skims out, pops out. Rebounded by Allison Collier. So 0 for 2 for Volkanot. And the 2-point lead remains here for Anamosa. 10-8, 3:50 and counting, quarter number 2. Collier looking, skip pass left to right, short corner. There is Collier, a little contact coming there as Collier put the shot up, and then the rebound came. And the Hawk bench, I think, wanted the foul call on the shot miss.
Yeah, well, they wanted it on. They thought maybe Abby got a little undercut on the rebound, but I thought it was a good call because I think Abby was trying to go over her back to try to keep the ball alive. And Anamosa's doing a nice job of keeping the Hawks off the offensive boards. That 2-3 zone and doing a nice job of boxing out.
Sophia Will on the line for the one, the bonus, and she'll earn the bonus. She makes the first one. As 3 of 4 tonight for Sophia Wilt. The seniors on this team. Nice turnaround. She's played the last few seasons, 6-15 2 years ago, 10-14 last year, and 16-4 this year. This is the second one does Wilt. Anamosa has their largest lead of the night, though, of 11-8, 3.5 to go. And here's another turnover for the Hawks, trying to get ahead, passing over that pressure, pass it over the timeline, but no one was home. It was out of bounds, and it's Lady Raider basketball. Allison Collier will come back in as back into the game for Anamosa's Taylor Zaruba. So the Hawks have McGrain, Beckman, Allison Collier, Offerman, and O'Connell on the floor. It's Zaruba, Wilt, Zumba, Volkanot, and hence the 5 for Anamosa. 11-8, the 3-point advantage for the Lady Raiders. 3:20 to go. Quarter number 2. Here's Hens. Right side is Zaruba. Up top, Volkanot. Thought about it. Now she takes the 17-footer, and why not? Inside the top of the key, bangs around, kisses the window, and goes on down. As Sydney Volkanot has her second field goal of the night. She's got 4, and it's a 5-point lead. Largest of the night. There's another turnover. As the travel comes from the left side by McGrain, and Anamosa will come back away with it.
Yeah, the Hawks offensively, they're just out of kilt, and then sometimes to me, they're overpassing. They get that ball into that paint area right around the elbow. They turn around and got a wide open shot, but they're overpassing, passing it back out. So
Volkanot inside, the ball is deflected away, and then she comes back down on the ground with Collier and O'Connell, all in a huddle with the ball in their hands, and a tie ball call. It'll stay Anamosa basketball going right to left. 2:49 to go, second quarter. Anamosa by 5, 13-8 after Anamosa had the 6-3 first quarter lead. They started off, West Delaware had the 6-3 first quarter lead. Started off the game 5-0 run as Volkanot gets the basket to go. Right hand on the left side. Sydney Volkanot has 6 points. That's the largest lead of 7 now for the Lady Raiders, 15-8. Here's a jumper from the right side. That's no good. A chase forward on the baseline. Zaruba hits back into a teammate Hens, and now she's able to get rid of it. Despite the pesky hands of the Hawks there. Now Hins will bring it up. 2:10 and counting here in the second. Well, this one's tipped away and out of bounds. And they call it travel first on Anamosa as Lauren Collier will check back in for the Hawks. 2:11 to go in the second quarter, 15-8. Both these teams will start their postseasons on Friday night. We'll have updates from the Anamosa game as they will be at home. Lady Raiders hosting their first round opponent, the Beckman Blazers, and the Hawks will travel down to Mount Vernon, take on the Mustangs. Bill and I will have all the coverage over for 7 o'clock on Saturday night right here at KMCH Sports. There's a shot on the left side, no good by Collier. She's able to save it behind the back pass inbounds, but right to a blue jersey. As the Lady Raiders have it, and a 7-point lead. 1:45 and counting in a second. Another scrum for the ball on the floor, and the Hawks come away with this one. Another turnover in this game.
Yeah, each team has 4 here in the second quarter alone. Hawks now with 11 in the contest. Anamosa with 9.
Here is O'Connell, and it's going to be on the floor. A little contact called as she drove in from the left wing. And we will get baseline inbounds underneath. Collier will inbound it as they call the foul on Zaruba. That'll be her first. Wynn comes back in for the Hawks. There's a shot blocked away by Zumba. Now inside, Kleitz no good, misses backside. It's pinball around, and now O'Connell gets her hands on it. Gets it out off from it for a 3. No good. Clangs around, and Collier, a little contact. Got away with that one on the back of Volkanov, but the Lady Raiders get the ball going right to left. There's a new face in there for Anamosa's number 10. That's Jessie Frazier. She played a good amount of that JV game, as Frazier is one of the juniors on this team. As driving inside, now pass the right side. Zuber for 3, no good. Off the backside, right there, right time, right place was Zumba. She gets it out to him. From behind, yep, too much contact. Might have got the block up top. There's a little forearm shiver from behind that the official on the near side saw. A little contact from behind is what he was calling there, because the block was clean up top, no doubt about that. And that's what coaches and players don't always see or want to hear when you tell them that, or you're out there officiating. And
they do?
Yeah,
I've never heard that before.
Doesn't that surprise you?
I've never heard that before, even as an announcer, a fan, or an official.
Right.
That's something new.
Uh-huh. As Hintz makes the first one, they call the foul on Kleitz, correct?
Yeah, that's her third.
There's no good on the free throw. Second one by Hintz. 45 seconds and counting. It's an 8-point lead, largest of the night for Anamosa, 16-8. The pass to the right side. Now McGrain has trying to force it inside, goes off the hand of Collier and right to Jessie Frazier, and Anamosa has it. Hintz now will bring it up over the timeline. Right side. Zaruba inside. Frazier passes it. Volkan out on the floor with another tie ball. McGrain was on the floor with her. Jump ball goes back to the Hawks. 16-8. You keeping track of those now?
I should. That's the one I've never done, but sometime I'm going to have to do that, jump balls, because that would be a huge, huge number.
Closing in on a record already for first half jump balls. 16-8 is the lead here for the Hawks. For the Lady Raiders, I should say. And there's a jumper baseline, no good on the backside. Tipped around, rebounded by Zumba. Now she got her pocket picked from behind. O'Connell gets on the floor. She covers it up, but a jump ball going to be called as the Lady Raider got her hands in there, but it will be West Delaware basketball. Check that. And also basketball going right to left with 8.7 on the clock here in the first half of play. 16-8 is the Anamosa advantage. Hins will dribble right by the defense. Pulls up a little jumper. Got it to go. Nothing but net. A 6-footer right baseline. Taylor Hintz gets her first field goal on that, and it ends the first half of play. Anamosa takes their largest lead of the night by 10, 18-8. As the Lady Raiders outscoring West Delaware in that second quarter. Only 2 points for the Hawks in that second quarter. As 15-2, Anamosa outscores West Delaware in that quarter number 2. As halftime here, we'll add up our numbers as we start individually for Anamosa. 6 points for Sydney Volkanot. Sophia Wilt has 7 points. 2 points for Taylor Zumba. 3 for Taylor Hintz. as 4 in the scoring column. And we have not seen a 3 yet for Anamosa. For the Hawks, they have 1 3 off the right hand of Abby McGrain. 5 points for McGrain, 2 points for Offerman, and 1 point for Lauren Colliers. Only 3 in the scoring column for West Delaware. They had 2 lead changes and 1 tie in this game. Anamosa started out on a 5-0 run early on in the game. The 15-2 run in that second quarter for Anamosa, as they have the halftime advantage of 10, 18-8 here. As no bench points for either team so far in this game. As Anamosa leads by 10, 18-8 here at halftime, as we honor our 6 seniors for West Delaware here tonight, as the senior night 2018, Lauren Collier, the daughter of Tim and Tricia Collier. Activities involved volleyball, basketball, track, student council, NHS, rec center dancers, and show choir. She plans to attend the University of Iowa to pursue a degree in pharmacy. Her favorite basketball memory, a couple years ago when Coach Conrad took the basketball and punted it to the ceiling and yelled, "That is how we play basketball." So very excited, Coach Conrad, when he was kicking the ball to the rafters. Abby McGrain, the daughter of Jeff and Ann McGrain. Activities involved in high school included basketball, cross country, track, soccer, softball, show choir, and the musical. As plans after graduation, she'll attend Wartburg to major in biology. Favorite basketball memory is hot tubbing after the DeWitt game. As Madeline Burke, Tim and Pam Burke are her parents. Activities involve cross country, basketball, track, golf, show choir, spring play, student council, FBLA, FCA, and NHS. She will be attending Wartburg College in Waverly to major in elementary education with endorsements in special ed, early childhood, and reading. Her favorite basketball memory is being hit in the face by a ball 3 times in 1 week, all by her own teammates. Thanks a lot, teammates. Kendra Offerman. Kevin and Mary Offerman are Kendra's parents, and she has been involved in speech, FBLA, NHS, cross country, FCA, and musical. As she, another one on the 6 senior team, plans to attend Wartburg College to major in business. As a favorite basketball memory for Offerman is ending the drought, meaning getting the 0-8 Walnut East Division mark off the board, as winning 3 Walnut East side games in a row. Bailey Beckman, the daughter of Mark and Carla Beckman, she has been involved with the musical, basketball, show choir, backup band, jazz band, speech, National Honor Society, and soccer. Plans to attend Concordia University of Wisconsin and major in political science. Their favorite basketball memory is when Coach Conrad explained to everyone that there is no such thing as being on fire in the game of basketball. Of course, as Brooke O'Connell, 6th and final senior, Brian and Danielle O'Connell, her parents, as she's been involved with musical as well, speech, National Honor Society, honor court, basketball, and soccer. She plans to attend UNI to major in education, as her favorite basketball memory is going for breakfast at the Sunset after practice on Saturday mornings, I would assume. And the best part of that, Coach Conrad gets out the checkbook and pays for the team. Of course, that'd be a favorite memory of mine as well, as we're halfway through the first half here, the halftime here, I should say, the FFA, what do they call it, the Sweetheart Court? Sweetheart, yep. Was rattled off there, and they name a new court for this year, as it looked like they have taken a point off the board for Anamosa here, as 18-8 was our halftime score, correct? Or was I seeing things?
No, I got 18.
And they've taken a point off, and 17. I'll let you go over the numbers, and I'll go to the bench and get clarification on that from our good friend Corey Coates.
Okay, very good. Halftime stats here, kind of a little lopsided both quarters here, as for the Anamosa Blue Raiders, they are 7 out of 19 for 2-point range. and 0 for 3 from three-point range, so 30% shooting from the field in the first half. But they were 1 for 14, 7% in that first quarter, but they were 6 out of 9 in the second quarter when they got this lead, and 66% shooting in the second quarter. 4 out of 8 from the free throw line, just 50% from there for their 15 points. 10 turnovers on Anamosa, 5 in the first quarter, 5 in the second quarter. Leading scorer, Sophia Wilt, was 7. Sydney Volkenot was 6. 3 for Taylor Hins and 2 for Taylor Zumbaugh. For the West Delaware Hawks, they are 2 for 14 from two-point range, 1 for 5 from the three-point line, so 16% shooting from the field. So just really can't find the shooting percentages here in this upper gym here tonight. 1 for 2 from the free throw line for their 8 points. They've got 12 turnovers, and Coach Conrad was hoping to keep that around 10 for the game. So they've got to really, really shore that up. As leading scorer Abby McGreen with 5 points, 2 for Kendra Offerman, and 1 for Lauren Collier. Getting out-rebounded badly are the Hawks. I've got them for no offensive rebounds here so far and 8 defensive rebounds here in that first half. So going to have to shore up a couple things, going to have to take care of that basketball and keep Anamosa off the boards. And those are 2 things that, coming into the night, they maybe thought that they had a handle on that, but weren't able to do that here so far in the first half. So Hawks had a 6-3 lead at the end of the first quarter, but trail now at halftime, 18-8. And again, we'd like to thank a few sponsors here, as BC Land Services, thank you very much. Edgewood Feed Mill and Construction, Dunlap Motors, Precision Collision, Bob Stevens Motors, Northwestern Mutual, American Trust and Savings Bank, Advanced Eye Care Associates, and Gateway Appliance. Thank you for some extra tournament sponsors here tonight, along with the 47 sports boosters. So many thanks to those sports boosters as well. So I do have 1 offensive rebound here, I guess. So 9 rebounds for the Hawks in that first half, and I really gotten out rebounded the Hawks coming out here for the ready of third quarter and see what adjustments Coach Conrad made at halftime here.
And we were correct, as usually is the case. Right?
Hey, I'll take credit.
18-8 is our score at halftime, as Coach thought he had awarded a free throw. That wasn't made, but we checked, and Wilt has made 3 free throws, 3 of 5. He missed one of her free throws made. She's got 7 points. Correct?
She is 3 of 6.
3 of, okay, I missed.
She's gone to the free throw line 3 times and missed. Yep. Made the first one each time and missed the second one.
He missed the 3-point play that one time.
Mm-hmm.
She had a 3-point play in that first quarter that he missed the last point on. That's what it was, and our score is 18-8. Here in favor of the Lady Raiders of Anamosa, coming in unranked. They were ranked 15th last week before losing to Western Dubuque, who jumped in the rankings 15 in Class 4A. They were ranked as high as 12 early on in the season, a 16-4 record, as they try to close out the Wamak East Division with the outright championship here tonight with a win. As we are getting closer here to more basketballs. The third quarter about ready to get started here. It'll be what's the basketball, Bill? What do the Hawks got to do to try to make a difference in cutting this game here?
Well, they got to take better care of the basketball. They had 12 turnovers that first half, but offensively, sometimes to me they're overthinking it. They're going against the 2-3 zone, and they're doing a nice job of passing it, but then when they get that ball inside the paint area into the left or right elbow, they got to turn around and take that shot. That's a wide open 15-footer, but to me they're overpassing a little bit and creating too many turnovers.
As the Hawks have the ball, starting right to left here in this second half of play. Weich to Collier, skip pass. And trying to save it in bounds, she does, is McGrain to the backside, right in front of the Hawks bench, but right to the wrong color jersey, Taylor Hintz.
Yeah, I'm not sure that was a pass clear from the left side, clear to the right side. Nobody there. She broke into the paint area there, so miscommunication on that offense. First turnover here in the second half.
So a 28-minute first half here tonight. We started 2 minutes before 8 o'clock. This ball's knocked out of bounds. It'll stay Lady Raider basketball going left to right, 18-8. 10-point lead is the largest of the night. We had 2 lead changes and 1 tie so far in this game. Anamosa have the lead since 7:13 to go in the second quarter, and there's a Lady Raider basketball by Volkanov.
Ooh,
Was it Volkanov or?
I had Zumba.
Zumba. Sorry, I heard wrong. I wasn't looking, so I tried to make it up on the
I
run.
think it was Zumba. I thought she broke in from the left wing.
That's what he said. They are similar looking and got the ponytails that block that 14 and 15 number. There is a long 2 from McQuillan inside the left wing, and that's Maggie McQuillan, her first field goal of the night. So McQuillan gets the first 2 points for her, averaging just under 2 coming in, and a timeout coming here for the Hawks. As the full timeout, thank more of our fine sponsors here. Donewald LLC, Lightning Lanes Family Center, also Farmers Savings Bank, Deerfield, Eastern Iowa Shopping News, the Dyersville Commercial, Dairy Queen, Fairway, Fireside Pub and Steakhouse, State Farm Insurance, the Julie Smith Agency, and Dyersville Comics and Games. All those great 47 sponsors to help bring us coverage here, as we've got our postseason sponsors, all 51 of them on board as well, getting them started on Saturday with our wrestling coverage. And we'll get our postseason coverage for basketball underway Thursday night. Roger Wright will join me for Edco Girls first round Class 1A basketball, as the Vikings will take on the Warriors of Central Acadia. Bill and I will be back together Friday night for West Delaware boys basketball, regular season style, for the final time of the year, as the Hawks will take on the Marion Indians. And Saturday night, Bill and I will take a road trip back down to Lynn County for the Mount Vernon Mustangs in first round game, as everybody's getting a kick out of the throwback night, huh?
Yeah.
22-8.
We're stars.
Their good buddy, Matt Weiss, the AD, tweeting out a throwback pick here. There's O'Connell using her body to draw the foul there. 2 shots coming as Volkanov with the foul called on her, as O'Connell goes the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, that was a better job of the offense there. Coach Conrad called timeout and probably set that play up. And to me, instead of too many passes outside the 3-point line, get that ball into that paint area and then attack instead of throw it right back out beyond that 3-point line. And they did that time. I'm going to go to the line and shoot 2.
First one is no good. 22-8. 14-point lead, the largest. As there, the second one trickles on down for O'Connell. And Lady Raiders have the 22-9 lead, 6:18 to go in the third quarter. Hens will break the press with the dribble over the timeline, hip high, right-handed style. As she'll bring it out front. Now pass right side. Zumba, short corner, Volkanov back out the Hens for a 3. Top the key, wide open, no good. Bounces off right side, but Zumba to chase it down as Kleitz falls to the ground going after it. Volkanov now can't handle that one. Nice save out of bounds by McQuillan, and she jumped on the front row and knocked that in before she was out of bounds. A right corner 3, no good. Bounces off the back of the rim, pinballed around, and going to be a foul on the rebound attempt going West Delaware's way. Anamosa will get the foul call on them. Volkanov, I believe. Nope, it's going to be on McQuillan. 24, not 14. Maggie McQuillan will get her first. And the scoreboard is out on the far side. Now we're back. 5:40 and counting here in the third quarter. 22-9. There's a steal. Threw it right into the hands of Volkanov. She came and picked it off. Has a little contact there. Nothing doing as Volkanov could not get that to go. And the Hawks come back with her. Trying to cut this lead down 22-9. 5:20 and counting here in this third quarter. Up top, Collier. Right side. Now back up on top. Kleitz inside. Ball's knocked away, but a little contact there. Wilt, her arm went into the face of Collier. And the official gave the benefit there to the Hawk player. Sophia Wilt be called for her first, and 3 team fouls now. And for Anamosa with 5:15 to go here in the third quarter, 22-9 is the advantage. Collier inside, a little jumper by Offerman, got to go. 7 feet out on the right side. Offerman gets her second field goal, her first since early on in the first quarter. She's got 4 points. It's 22-11 now. Anamosa inside. Strong, no good. Collier might have got away with one there. She's tipping that one to herself. Almost on the back of Volkanot. Now West Delaware turns it over again. A high pass. Collier couldn't handle it. Now Wilt all the way in, and a blocking foul called. Coach Conrad can't believe it. And Wilt will be shooting too.
Well, I can believe it. She didn't get. She was set, but as Wilt was going around her, she kind of leaned into it a little bit, to draw that contact, and that was an easy call from our angle anyway. I thought it was an easy call, and maybe over on the other side of the court it didn't look so good, but I thought it was a good call. As she just quite didn't. Wilt did a good job of trying to avoid it.
First one is up and no good. One more to come for Wilt. And the second one good, right through the nylon there. 23-11, that foul was on.
That was on Lauren Collier, her third.
The two ladies for the Hawks have 3, Collier and Kleitz now. 23-11. An 11-point lead, much as 14 here. There is a foul called and a jumper from 12 feet out. Got it to go. Kendra Offerman will have one more. 3-point play opportunity here for the senior, Kendra Offerman. And it's a 10-point game, 23-13.
Yeah, they're much more aggressive, and that's what the Hawks got to do, is just exactly that, is get that ball and be aggressive, go to the hole and try to create something and get high percentage shots.
And no good off the back of the rim on that one by Offerman. So 23-13 is our score. Anamosa 4:20 and counting here in the third quarter. As this is a running jumper, no good off the window. Fight for the rebound, stepping out of bounds after securing it was Collier. It'll be Anamosa ball. Baseline inbounds underneath. O'Connell, I should say, back in for West Delaware. Zaruba checking in again for Anamosa. For the Lady Raiders, it is Wilt, Hens, Zumba, Volkanot, and Zaruba. A jumper from 6 feet out by Hens, no good. Off the back of the rim, rebounded by West Delaware. It's McGrain, Offerman, Lauren Collier, Allison Collier, and Brooke O'Connell with 5 for the Hawks. So there's a running one-footed jumper in the air off the back of the rim and trickles on down. Abby McGrain has her third field goal of the night. She's got 7. It's back to an 8-point lead for Anamosa, 23-15, 3:45 and counting. And Volkanot being aggressive, taking up inside. Contact called on the Hawks.
Yeah, I think Offerman, is going to get it on the backside.
That's good for the Hawks. It's only her first. Lauren Collier, that would have been 4 for her.
Yeah, that was a good, quick offensive move by Anamosa. Got it down there, and then Volkanot, she really did a nice job of driving that baseline and going up strong left-handed. And probably why she drew the foul, because usually as a defensive player, you're going up there trying to block from the right side, but she put it up left-handed, and the first free throw was no good, short off the front iron.
Volkanot will have one more, a 83% free throw shooter coming in, and she gets that one to go. She's now 1 of 4 from the line tonight. As here's Madeline Burke had the ball knocked away. She gets it back, gets it to Kleitz inside, knocked away. That should stay West Delaware basketball and will off the hands of Wilt. 24-15, back to a 9-point advantage for Anamosa. 3:31 to go here in quarter number 3. Anamosa's final regular season game. West Delaware will have one more tomorrow afternoon against Marion. As Allison Collier getting the basket to go off the window from 5 feet out outside the right side, and she is fouled and have one for the free throw line here as Allison Collier gets her first bucket of the game. They call the foul on Sophia Wilt, and that's her second. No good. Hard off the back of the iron for Collier, and she cannot complete the three-point play. Hawks trail by 7. 24-17, 3:20 to go there in the third quarter. Anamosa looking for a win. And if they get it, it'll be an outright WAMAC conference title. First ever in program history. Third ever conference title. And first since 2005. They only won 2 Tri-Rivers in the 3 conferences they've been in. Just 2 Tri-Rivers conference tournaments. Conference championships, I should say. Here's a shot, no good. Nice rebound by Zumba, falling out of bounds. She bats it back into Wilt. She goes up strong with it off the window and good. Sophia Wilt gets her 10th point of the night. Here's a steal there as Volkanov comes up with the ball. 26-17, 2.5 to go here in the third. Up top, this is Hens driving inside, and it goes out of bounds. Trying to get to Volkanov, just threw it, bounced it to her left too much, and it bounced right out of bounds. Beckman will come back in, as will Lauren Collier, as will Kendra Offerman, as they join Madeline Burke and Abby McGrain here for the Hawks. As it's Hens, Zaruba, Wilk, Volkanov, Zumbaugh, the 5, and the 6.5 play the rotation here. As Jesse Frazier is seeing a little time for Anamosa. Inside, here's McGrain. Will fade away, going left to right, no good. Hit the net. Rebounded and backside by Offerman. She put it up, that's no good. Saving it from going out of bounds is Wilt. As the Zaruba is bringing it up, the 30-second timeout called here for Coach Weedy and the Lady Raiders. They lead 26-17, 2:04 to go here in this third quarter of play. West Delaware girls basketball tonight from the upper gym inside West Delaware High School, brought to you in part by Okoboji Grill, High Tech Communications, Tri-Valley Associates, the Entwood Reminder, Good Neighbor Society, Citizen State Bank, Three Rivers FS, Brown Sales and Leasing, and Victory Ford. Also by Bowman Tire and Automotive. John and Bill, glad to have you along on this Tuesday night, a unique setting for us in the old gym of West Delaware High School because of team regional duels going on. West Delaware hosting Union. They beat them handily in the first round. Crestwood took care of Dubuque Wahlert. Those two teams wrestling right now. West Delaware is out in front last check with a commanding early lead, trying to take down Crestwood and get back to the regional team duel tournament. In Des Moines next Wednesday, there's a nice pass inside. Volkanov up and in on the left side. Sydney Volkanov gets her 5th field goal of the night. She's got 11 points here in this game. She comes in, averaging 12, so just one under her average so far, with an 11-point lead for her team right now. 28-17, 125 and counting. Collier dribbles in, pulls up from 12 feet, inside the free throw line, no good. It bounces off right in the hands of Beckman, a tie ball, as Wilt got her hands on that basketball. Anamosa will come up with the possession arrow going left to right.
Yeah, good possession there offensively for the Hawks that time, though, as Collier took a nice dribble right down in there, took about a 10-footer in the paint area. And I'll take that shot every possession there. As that kind of a shot the Hawks can make 50% of the time. And that time just got too much back iron. But Beckman did a nice job getting the first offensive rebound.
Here's a shot up and good. Another great entry pass to Zaruba. This time the assist. Volkanov off the window and good. And Volkanov has her average and a point now. And they lead by 13 to the Lady Raiders, 30-17. Under a minute to go here in the third frame. Inside, knocked away, stolen by Zumbaugh. And Hens will bring it up. Hens up ahead to Zaruba. Now back to Hens. And Wilt, right side. 4-3, right wing, no good by Zumbaugh. It's going to be a foul call on Wilt. She came on, made contact from behind on Offerman. And Wilt will get called for her third foul. Jesse Frazier will come back in for the Lady Raiders. O'Connell, Kleitch, and McGrain back in for the Hawks. With a 13-point lead for Anamosa. 40 seconds in counting here in this third quarter. As Kleitch skip pass left to right. Collier, right wing. McGrain driving in, puts it up. No good as she left it short. Rebounded by Frazier. 20 seconds to go. As inside, back out. Now Hens dribbling inside the timeline. Pass it right side. Skip pass right to left wing. Zumbaugh looking for help. Under 10 seconds to go. Now a drive baseline. Kick out left side. Zumbaugh couldn't handle it. It's on the floor. West Delaware comes away with it, but no time to do anything with it. As that is the end of our third quarter, 30-17. A 3-point lead here in favor of the Lady Raiders of Anamosa, with a fresh 8 put up on the clock now. As the Anamosa lead of 13 heading into the fourth quarter.
And thanks to sponsors here again tonight. Regional Medical Center, Mormon Insurance Agency, People's Insurance, Gateway Appliance, Leonard Muller Funeral Home, G&B Bank, Above and Beyond, Dupaco, Manchester Press, Precision Collision, Beaver's Lounge, New House Construction, Sode Green Acre, F&M Bank, Georgian Auto, Lecky Building Service, Family Vision Center, and Locker and Davis. Thank you very much for your Sports Booster support all year long as we try to bring you this game here tonight between the Hawks and the Lady Raiders.
30-17 is our score, Anamosa, as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Great news from Jamie Vasky and Roger Reed from up in the new gym, Cedar Gymnasium, as the West Delaware Hawks will be advancing on. They punched their ticket with 3 matches left as taking down Union and Crestwood tonight, as Hawks will move on to the team regional tournament next Wednesday. We'll tell you more when that coverage will get going next Wednesday, and hopefully have some other area schools that join them. There are a lot of area teams wrestling tonight. Hopefully we'll have more than just the Hawks competing down there for Jamie, Roger, and Zach to keep you a track of. Here is Anamosa with the ball going left to right to start this quarter number 4. They have the 13-point lead. Zumbon, Zaruba now. Zaruba all the way in, puts it up, no good. Too hard. Rebounded out in the middle of the floor and taken by Offerman. Up top with it, McGrain. Now O'Connell. Left side to Kleitz. Kleitz puts it on the floor. Little contact. She goes in. It's batted away and rebounded by Wilt. As Anamosa has the ball back with a 13-point advantage. Under 7 to go. 16 fouls on the Lady Raiders. Only 2 on the Hawks so far in the second half. Ends up top. Pass right side. Volkanot. As Zumba, now Hens driving baseline. Stepped out of bounds first before the contact came. And we go back the other way.
Yeah, I can hear Anamosa coach yell, back door is open. And it is. Hawks really trying to gamble to stretch out that defense a little bit. And, if they get a timeout situation, I'm sure he's going to bring that to attention during a timeout, because Hawks are doing a little gambling here on defense, trying to create some turnovers, and they did that time.
Jack Leedy, assisted by Sarah Clark and Angie Lawrence. Rod Conrad, of course, assisted by the 2 West Delaware alum, Rich McMahon, class of 1992, Shannon Funky, 1997 variety. As there we had what we have there.
Jump ball. Imagine that.
Another one. You haven't had one in a while.
No.
As this is Hens. Tight roping the sideline, able to get it down. Volkanot up, and a foul coming there as Collier will commit the foul. Volkanot will go to the line to shoot 2. She is 1 of 4 tonight from the free throw line as they call the foul on Lauren Collier. That'll be her 4th. Update from Carver Hawkeye Arena in Iowa City. The Hawkeyes hanging in there with number 4 Michigan State. 48-42. Michigan State over the Iowa Hawkeyes at halftime. The 6-point lead for Coach Izzo and company. As the first one for Volkanot is up and good. One more to come here for the senior point leader for Anamosa, Sydney Volkanot. 14, make that 15 on the night. 3 over her average. Coming in, 32-17. 15-point lead, largest lead of the game now for Anamosa. 6:15 and counting here in the fourth. Here is Zumba saving it after Hens tapped it away from the ill-advised pass. And now Anamosa will come ahead with it. Zumba looking. Up top is Wilt. Puts it on the floor. Now a pass right side to Hens. Anamosa will pull out here a little bit. Take the clock off, I'm sure. Trying to get a good look. Take care of this basketball. The Hawks trying to play defense and get stops and turnovers here. Still some time in this game. 5:40 and counting to be exact. And there's a runner. Fade away from the left side. No good off the backside. Rebounded by the Hawks. O'Connell brings it across the timeline. A timeout called for Coach Conrad. I don't think he has any 30s left, does he? He must have one left. They gave him one. As timeout called here, 32-17. Anamosa the lead with 5:39 to go. And this fourth quarter, West Delaware coming in with the 11-10 advantage in 21 meetings since 2007. The record games here in Manchester. West Delaware has won 8, Anamosa 3 since that time of 2007. And Anamosa's record here in the upper gym is 1-1. They're 7-2 at Seedorf since 2007. Anamosa, no state tournament appearances in their history. The Hawks have just that one, 02-03, 20-5 team where Mike Kopish was the head coach. 5.5 to go here in the fourth quarter. There is a pass up top, chased down by Allison Collier before the timeline. Now Allison gets it to her big sister, Lauren. Lauren passes out to Offerman. Now O'Connell, that's going to be a blocking foul called on Volkanot. As Volkanot gets her second foul. Team number 7 now, one of the bonus coming for O'Connell.
And the Hawks have got to value every possession here and get at least shots off instead of turnovers here. They've had 10 turnovers here again in the second half, and just way too many of those.
No good off the back of the rim for O'Connell. And Lady Raiders gather the rebound. Hens brings it across the half-court line. Up top, left-handed dribble. Volkanot, right side of Hens. Now Hens. Started by Collier up front. Now Volkanot will drive in with it. Left side, bounce pass. Back out top, Zumba. 4:15 counting here in the fourth, 32-17. Zumba goes all the way in contact there. She'll get 2 as O'Connell could not get in a good enough defensive position before the contact came. And Zumba will go to the line to shoot 2. O'Connell gets foul number 2, team foul number 4 on the Hawks. Zumba has been quiet here tonight, only 2 points. The third leading scorer coming in 9 points a game, and the first one there goes down. She'll have one more. First time to the line for Zumba here tonight. There's the free throw up and good for Taylor Zumba. The lead now at 17. Largest of the night, 34-17, 4:40 and counting. And up top, now right side, Lauren Collier shoots a 3, no good off the back of the rim. Allison trying to fight for it, but Brooke O'Connell gets the rebound. Now Macy Kleitz gets the backside rebound on a missed shot. Puts it up and good, and Coach Conrad wants a timeout. First field goal of the night for Macy Kleitz. She's got 2. As coming in, the fourth leading scorer with 5 points a game, 34-19. And timeout here for the Hawks, a full timeout. 4:28 to go in this game. Anamosa, they can hang on to this 15-point lead. They will be WAMAC Conference outright champs on the east side. And conference champs of the WAMAC for the first time ever in school history. Their final game ever in the WAMAC conference play for Anamosa. And we've seen this team over the last several years from 3-19 just 4 seasons ago, 2014, 2015. As 6-15, then 10-14. Before that, he had 6-16, 5-17, 4-19. The last winning season coming back 2010-11, 12-11. Before that, they had 4 winning seasons. 16 wins a couple times. They'll get 17 for the first time in many years at Anamosa. A nice turnaround it's been, and a lot of hard work by the girls and Coach Lee staying patient when times weren't the best. And that's what you got to do in high school sports sometimes.
Yeah, it is. But he's, from looking at the roster in the first game, they didn't have a freshman game because they've only got a couple freshmen. So they're going to get low on numbers here for a little while. And that's going to be probably the biggest challenge here, is just try to get more kids out in that lower level.
Yes, indeed. As a hand check came 40 feet from the basket. As Anamosa will take it around sideline, near side. Only left to right, 34-19, 4:20 to go. Here in the fourth quarter, Hens will get it inside the timeline.
Hawks have come out of that 2-3 zone and go into a man-to-man here, try to put a little more pressure on them, see if they can create some turnovers and make Anamosa work a little harder. There's a turnover.
That's inside, bat of the way. Good job by McGreen getting her paws on that one, and coming up with it is Burke, and now Collier has it. Allison, right side of Kleitz. Skip pass. Left corner for 3, Offerman. No good left short, but Kleitz gets her way in there. Contact coming. Zumba will commit the foul. Kleitz will go on the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, good job by Macy on that backside. Is She passed all the way from the one baseline clear to the other side, and Offerman got the shot off a little short. But Macy had a good angle at that, saw that, got the rebound, and then went right back up with her right away. So nice play by Macy.
Free throw hits hard on the left side of the rim, bounce out the right side off the right hand of Macy Kleitch. She's 0 for 1. She's got 2 points. No good off the back of the rim. 34-19 is our score. Here's Hims being pressured by McGrain. So a 15-point game, 3.5 to go. Hawks are running out of time. Lady Raiders just need to take care of it. There's a jump ball. West Delaware's ball. Hawks, we know they don't quit. As Will brought that ball down too low, and Coach Leedy wants a timeout here. 34-19, 3:34 to go in the fourth. As Coach Lee reminding his team they have a 15-point lead. Take better care of the basketball right now. 3:34 to go in this quarter number 4.
Yeah, they've done a nice job. They've a couple of times had little lapses where the Hawks kind of put that defensive pressure, get some double teams, and did a nice job of getting some steals and some turnovers on them. And Coach Leedy's not happy with that, but they've done a nice job tonight. Created way too many turnovers on the Hawks. I've got them for 22 here so far tonight. So their defensive pressure has been what's led them back into this contest. That first quarter, they shot 7% from the field, just 1 out of 14, and to be able to come back from something like that in a whole quarter to take a 15-point lead, they've done some good things the other 2.5 quarters, and they've got more of the 50-50 balls. That balls on the floor, on the rebounds, are just getting more hands on there, so they're doing a nice job here tonight.
Connell, 16-footer pull-up, got it to go. Hit the rim, hit the window, and down. Brooke O'Connell is now out of bounds. Stall at Anamosa, and they go back the other way. 34-21, 13-point lead. 3:21 to go here in quarter number 4.
And that gets the fans going a little bit when you score a bucket and then create a quick turnover right away. Now, if they can get a bucket here.
And Offerman for 3, got it to go. Rattles around and goes on down. Kendra Offerman, her first 3 of the game. First one for the Hawks. Just like that's a 10-point game. 3:05 and counting. Will now, almost a travel. There's going to be a call, a reach-in foul by O'Connell. I think she held up with that. It was awful close. And, of course, the crowd always wants it when it's that close. But I don't think she did. I think she was able to just hold up with that right pivot foot. And the reach-in came on Brooke O'Connell.
Yeah, and that was one of those ones, a 50-50. And she might have drug it. She might not have drug it. If he blew it and called it, Anamosa people would be upset. So it's just one of those real close calls.
And this is going to be a jump ball. Stay with Anamosa on the floor. And the Hawks hustled to tie it up.
There again, they did a nice job getting them to pass over the left wing and immediately double-teamed him right away. And turning up that defensive pressure since they've gone to the man-to-man.
3 minutes to go. They're getting about a double team. Volkanot hands it off in the corner. Now a timeout. Coach Levy wants to take a timeout, save the possession. He's only got 1 remaining, I believe. Let's do a reset here. He should have 1 full left, correct?
Yep.
And Coach Conrad has 1 full left as well, I believe.
Yes. Yep.
So 1 timeout for each coach left. Both fulls. 2:55 to go in the fourth quarter. Anamosa has the ball, going left to right, and they have the 10-point lead, 34-24. Had 2 lead changes, 1 tie in this game. Anamosa led by 10 at the end of halftime. At the end of the third quarter, the Lady Raiders had a 13-point lead, 30-17, as they outscored Anamosa 12-9 in that third quarter after outscoring Anamosa outscoring the Hawks 15-2 in the second quarter. West Delaware led at the end of 1. 6-3. Steve Volkanot has been the leading scorer so far tonight. She's got herself 15 points to lead the Lady Raiders for the Hawks. Nice second half by the senior Kendra Offerman. 9 points for her, 7 points for Abby McGrain. And Anamosa ball now after the timeout. Inside, wide open. Zumba off the window and good. Somebody lost their defensive coverage there for the offensive player, and Zumba took advantage of it there with her second field goal. She's got 6 points. And a turnover there. Anamosa comes back with it. Up by 12, 36-24. 2.5 to go here in the game. Driving baseline. Daruba up, no good. Batted away. Rebounded by Kleitz. Kleitz now over the timeline. Right side pass, O'Connell. Up top. Collier, left wing three. No good. In and out, but rebound there. Put up. That's no good. Left short. Kleitz gets it. And has it just taken away. Now a foul going to be called Lauren Collier. That might be it for her. I believe it was on her, correct?
Yeah, I think so too.
It'll be 5, and she'll be done if it is, and it appears to be. 5 team fouls on Lauren Collier, and she'll foul out. Frustrating night for her. She did a lot of good things defensively, but only 1 point offensively for Lauren Collier on the night. Coming in the second leading score with 9 points a game. There's the senior Collier. We'll have one more regular season home game here at the actual gym, Seedorf, tomorrow afternoon at 4:30. The Hawks will play against Wamack Conference foe and top-ranked Class 4A powerhouse Marion. First free throw for Volkenot went down, and the second one does as well. Volkenot's made 5 free throws now in the last 2 quarters. 38-24, 14-point lead, 2:05 and counting. Beckman for a jumper from the right side. That's no good. Off the mark. Wilt gathers a rebound and a travel call. A delayed whistle. I don't know if he was waiting for his partner, if he blew his whistle too, but the travel came, and will stay baseline inbounds underneath for West Delaware. West Delaware fans still into this game. They are making sure the officials are on every call, as there is a foul from behind, and going to the line will be Abby McGrain.
Yeah, they've done a nice job on an out-of-bounds place tonight. You know, once they got one where they just kind of lulled them to sleep. Just a little eye contact and just a little pass caught Anamosa. The 5 girls didn't even realize she had the ball and got the shot. And then here's the second time they got the ball inbounds. And once they got the layup, that time it got blocked from the backside, but got fouled and going to the line.
This one is up and good for McGrain. First time at the line tonight. She's got 8 points now. 1 more to come.
Maddie Burke and Sydney Morris come in for the Hawks.
No good off the back of the rim, but O'Connell gets the rebound, the baseline, puts it up. That's good. O'Connell with another bucket, her second field goal here in the fourth quarter. 38-27, still 11-point lead. Sydney Morris in there for her defensive prowess. The quick, speedy guard, as Morris is a 5'7" sophomore. Now we had a block out of bounds there. It'll stay baseline inbounds underneath for the Lady Raiders. Update from Carver Hawkeye and Iowa City. Hawkeye still hanging tough with the Spartans. Number 4, Michigan State 50, Iowa 45, 19:28 to go in the second half. This is a foul called on the Hawks.
Madeline Burke's going to get called on a reach-in trying to go for a steal. And that'll put Anamosa at the 1-1. Bailey Beckman and Macy Kleitz coming back in. There's offense for defense substitution there for the Hawks.
1:38 to go here in the game. Hens is on the line to shoot. Taylor Hens has only had 3 points tonight. Make that 4 now. Her first point of the second half. She'll have 1 more as Hens came in. Fourth leading scorer with 7 points tonight. She's an 80% free throw shooter. Second best on the team behind Volkenot. And the second one rattles around and goes on down. Has 5 points now for Taylor Hens. 13-point lead for the Lady Raiders with a bucket and a half to go in the game. Offerman back up top. McGrain puts it on the floor. Dribbles off her foot and out of bounds. Will Anamosa basketball.
Madeline Burke coming back in for the Hawks.
Taylor Zaruba enters for Anamosa. 13-point lead for Anamosa. 1:22 to go in this game. As up top, Zumba in. Zaruba will bring it up on the timeline, guarded by Burke. Trapped at half court, but Zumba gets it from Zaruba. Now Zumba up top, a handoff to Hens. 1:05 and counting here in the fourth quarter. Nice pass right side. Volkenot goes up. Little contact called there. She was hit on the way by as Volkenot will go to the line to shoot too.
Yeah, they did a nice job of spreading the Hawks out defensively, and then instead of trying to dribble or anything, they just did some nice quick passes, and passes beat the Hawk defense and going in what would have been an uncontested layup, but Offerman went in and got the foul, put him at the line.
They called it foul on O'Connell, I believe. O'Connell, her fourth? Or did you see 20?
20.
I thought I heard them say O'Connell on her fourth. First one was up and good. Either way, we'll find out. As 2 free throws there by Volkanot, 15-point lead again, 42-27. Anamosa with under a minute to go. O'Connell pulls up, 10 feet out, no good. Left to short left side, rebounded in the middle lane by Volkanot. And Hens will bring it up. Coach Conrad telling his players to get back. Probably not much fouling here, intentionally anyway. 40 seconds to go, 15-point deficit right now. And there's a little contact now, but will be intentional or inadvertent, going hard for the ball. O'Connell.
They did give it to O'Connell on the other one now, so that'll be her fifth.
42-27, Anamosa, 37.6 on the clock. As the seniors come off, and the standing ovation from the home faithful. Seniors on senior night. We'll have one more home contest here in Manchester, as we talked about tomorrow afternoon at 4:30 against Marion. There's the first free throw by Taylor Hens, and she'll get it to go, and one more to come here. So Hawks will drop to 5-15 with that one more game to go, 3-11. Seventh place in the east side of the conference. The Solon is eighth with a 2-11 mark. They play Mount Vernon tonight, and the second free throw is good as well for Hens. 4 of 4, 5 of 6 on the night from the free throw line. 7 points for Hens. 47, check that, 44-27. 17-point lead again here, the largest of the game. There's a shot inside, no good. Off the backside, as that was taken by Haley Hellman, a 5'8 sophomore. Who else we got in there? Eva Wynn is back in, the freshman, as is Leah Wegman, the sophomore. Pass back outside. Sydney Morris, the sophomore, back in.
Georgie Hilby.
And Georgie Hilby, the 5'10 junior, in there. And there's the final buzzer, 44-27 is our final. 17 points as Anamosa outscores West Delaware 14-10. And Anamosa wraps up the WAMAC Conference and all outright WAMAC Conference Championship for the Lady Raiders. For the first time in the WAMAC in school program history, the WAMAC title. Third time a conference championship for girls basketball at Anamosa. Their first since 2005. They improved their East Side record to 12-2, 17-4 overall with the 44-27 win here tonight for Anamosa. As we start to wrap up these stats here. 2 lead changes, 1 tie in this game, the largest lead of the night for Anamosa was 17, and that's what the final indication is as well. As Abby McGrain with 8 points on the night. 9 points for Kendra Offerman. 5 points for Brooke O'Connell. 1 point for Lauren Collier. 2 points for Macy Clutch. And 2 points for Allison Collier. So 6 in the scoring column compared to 3 at halftime. 1 3 at halftime. Abby McGrain had that in the first quarter, and then a 3 in the fourth quarter by Kendra Hoffman. So 2 threes on the night by the Hawks offense. Anamosa was led by Sydney Volkanot. 19 points for Volkanot, 10 points for Sophia Wilt, 6 points for Taylor Zumbon, 7 for Taylor Hens. Maggie McQuillan added 2. 5 in the scoring column for the Lady Raiders. And they had no threes on the night. A team shooting 30%, 31% to be exact, from the three-point line. No threes on the night. As they proved they didn't need it as well. They won by 17 here tonight, 44-27. The victory for Anamosa. They improved 17-4. As their best record since 2005 when they won their last conference championship. As 17 is now up there behind 18 wins a couple times and 19-win mark in the early to mid-2000s when they won those titles in the Tri-Rivers Conference from Coach Monk and Coach Lee were the coaches. So Anamosa gets the WAMAC Conference title on the east side all by themselves. Here tonight, no matter how the other games played out, Mount Vernon playing Solon and Western Butte hosting Macokota here tonight. And it was too much Anamosa's offense at times. Once they got going, Hawks slower start, a decent start early on in the beginning, but then that second quarter too slow as a 15-2 was the advantage there for Anamosa in that second quarter, and that's when Anamosa took control of the game. They took their first lead with 7:13 to go in the second quarter, and they did not relinquish it again in this contest here, and they flexed their muscle there, and they proved to us why they're the conference champions and why they have 17 wins now.
Well, and they did what they needed to do in the fourth quarter. I didn't realize they were doing that well until I started adding them up. They were 12 from the free throw line in the fourth quarter. You know, and when you're ahead and the team fouls and puts you at the line, that's how you extend the lead. You know, or if it's a close game, that's how you stay ahead. Or if you're behind, that's how you come from behind. Man, when you go 12 for 12 in a quarter, you know, that's some good shooting, because before that, they were just 500. They were just 6 out of 12 through the first three quarters. So I did a nice job in that fourth quarter. It created too many turnovers on the Hawks tonight. I had 24 turnovers on the Hawks tonight, and he just hates it when it gets over 20, and he'd like to see it around 10. You know, so Anamosa did a good job tonight of just being pesky and maybe a half a step quicker, got to more 50-50 balls, and just did a nice job and showed you why they were the WAMAC East champions. 44-27 is our final. Other numbers that stick out to you that you want to pass along here, Billy? You know, you got to give hats off to the seniors. I mean, they had 6 seniors here tonight. You know, things that got all kind of a misarray here with that cancellation last night, that this would have been the final game for them, and they didn't get to do it in the big gym. They had to do it here in the upper gym tonight, and you know, also just a little adjustment, and then they get to come back tomorrow with the makeup game. So just a little bit different, but man, those 6 seniors, they've done a lot ever since they were 3rd, 4th graders doing a travel team, and not a lot of teams could say that they've got 6 seniors, you know, in girls basketball. Usually kind of attrition. You know, you're pretty lucky if you can get 3 or 4. So these girls have done a nice job of sticking it out and staying together, and made a lot of memories all the way through school. And even though, you know, it was a loss here, that's still going to be a memory because they got to play in the upper gym, you know, on their senior night. So some kind of cool things happen tonight. And, you know, they'll get to play tomorrow, but big thing is like Saturday night, get to start the tournament down in Mount Vernon, and a team that they have beat, you know, so that they know that they can do it. You know, so it's going to be a confidence thing, you know, going into Thursday and Friday, have some great practices and get ready for Saturday night.
Absolutely. Should have some confidence as both these teams, as we talked about, find themselves in Class 3A Region number 4 as the Lady Raiders will open up. They'll have 2 home games if they win, as they will host Beckman on Saturday night at 7 o'clock. We'll be getting score updates from that one as that winner plays the winner of the West Delaware Mount Vernon game next Wednesday, Valentine's night, at 7 o'clock in Anamosa. So it will be either Anamosa Beckman against the Mount Vernon West Delaware. In the upper side of that bracket, you've got an undefeated team, and they're the Cadets of Crestwood, a Class 3A number 1 ranked team in that Region 4 of Class 3A. As that is the one that anybody in this bracket, they are looking to move forward. They're going to have to get by that number 1 Crestwood. They are the favorite, but you always look at level of competition, who you play, where you play them, and it will be interesting how this bracket in Region number 4 shakes out. But yeah, West Delaware got to go on the road. It's not going to be easy. A team they have beaten for sure, but by 2 points. It's not going to be easy by any means. As we'll bring in the coaches here, we're going to get Coach Conrad and Coach Leedy in here to talk here in the post game as the Lady Raiders with the 44-27 win here tonight in this one. As we bring in Coach Jack Leedy of the Anamosa Lady Raiders. And first off, congratulations to you, your second conference title with this Anamosa girls basketball program, and always a good feeling, especially what you've gone through with the struggles the last few years with trying to get the wins back up, and this team this year really did a nice job of coming together and getting the job done here late in the season.
Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
And tonight, you came out a little slow start offensively. We talked about both teams would need to get off to a better start of taking care of the basketball, and 6-3 wasn't a lot of points. It looked like that JV game, as that JV contest, 21-19 at overtime. I thought we were headed for that, a low-scoring game like that. But your offense came around, but it was a little slow in the beginning of this game.
Yeah, it was pretty ugly there offensively earlier, but that's usually been creeping up and biting us in the second and third quarter. So I told the girls that was great thinking to get it out of the way early tonight.
And the other thing is this team shooting 30% from the three-point line, didn't force many three-point shots, didn't make any tonight, but weren't forcing those outside shots. You were going in, being aggressive of taking what the defense was giving you.
Yeah, I thought we did a real good job there. Usually we typically work inside out, but I thought they did a solid job earlier trying to take our post play away, and we couldn't knock down any jumpers, but we made up for that with the drives to the hoop and doing a little creating for everybody. So that was good.
Well, and I thought that was the best part of your offense tonight is the girls recognized that and understood that maybe they had to run their offense a little bit different. And then when it got free throw time, first three quarters you're shooting 50%, but in that fourth quarter, good teams win games. You went 12 for 12 from the free throw line in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. Sid Volken, she missed 2 in a row tonight on the same set of attempts there, and I think that might be that's the first time in a long time that I've seen her miss 2 in a row. So she struggled early, but obviously we got rolling in the second half, and it's it's contagious when 1 or 2 go in, then everybody starts to go in. That hoop gets just a little bit bigger, makes it a little bit easier for you.
Relax and play, and that's the same thing at the free throw line. She missed 1 more, and then she made 7 in a row. She ended with 19 points here tonight. So you need that senior leadership. These girls have been through the battles down the postseason to guide the younger girls, and it's a good mix of girls who have been through this, and they know what to expect here. And they know it all starts. It all starts on Saturday night.
Yes, absolutely, sure does. And honestly, I couldn't be happier for my seniors because those Volken and Will both have played for 4 years, and they've lived through those struggles. We had some tough times their first couple of years. We got better last year, and they're just 2 really good kids, and you can't be more proud of them to see the success we've had this year. And they're a big part of that because of their leadership and the time and the effort that they put in to get better.
That's right. Now you have a few days off here to get ready for your first round opponent, the Beckman Blazers, a team that you beat by 5 in Dyersville on the first occasion, and then just beat them by 7 at home on Friday night to clinch Alicia's share of the championship, which you got the all-right title here tonight. So a team that you can beat. You beat them in games under 10 points. So you like to have that confidence, but that fine line. You don't want to be overconfident because of the old cliche. You just never know. Can you beat that team 3 times?
Honestly, I believe that we can, but at the same time, it's not like we can just show up for that game and expect that we're just guaranteed or entitled to win that game. I mean, they're athletic. They play extremely hard, and they're good at what they do. And Chad does a great job with them. He's done a phenomenal job this year with them. So you can probably bet that's going to be a 32-minute battle on Saturday night, and the team that makes the fewest mistakes is probably the one that's going to come out on top.
And the good thing, though, about region number 4, you get to host 2 games. Barring you win that first game, you get to host at Anamosa. So hoping for a good crowd out there, good student section after taking in some wrestling earlier in the day for Anamosa faithful, but getting support out there and getting people involved in the first round win, hopefully, for your case.
Yes, hopefully, I'm sure we'll have a real nice crowd out for a home game, first round tournament game, and obviously the boys aren't playing, so hopefully the boys team comes out, gives us some good support, which I'm sure they will, and should be a fun atmosphere. You got to love tournament time. Absolutely,
always a great time. Best of luck to you. Congratulations again on the WIMAC title, first one since 2005, third in program history. Best of luck, and we hope to see you down the road in the postseason here.
Thank you very much. Take care.
Yep, Jack Leedy, the head coach of the Anamosa Lady Raiders, as his team gets the win here tonight, 44-27. As they move on at 17-4, the most wins of the program since 2005 as well for Anamosa. As we wait to hear from Coach Conrad, here he comes, jogging for us, coming on up as Coach Conrad is coming on up here, and we'll talk some things over about this game as this team falls to 5-15 as 3-11 in the east side of the conference. So the final east side game here tonight as have one more WAMAC conference game with west side opponent Marion tomorrow afternoon as Coach Conrad settles in now. Good start by your team. Got off to a lead in this game, which not many points were scored. We joked with Coach Leedy that we thought it was going to be a rerun of the JV game with 21-19. How many times have you seen that in your career? 21-19 in overtime game there, but I had the start of it, but your team did well early on, and then Anamosa went on a spark in that 15-2 run in that second quarter, and then just nothing would fall for your team. Credit to their defense, but nothing would fall here on the old upper gym rims tonight.
You're exactly right. We couldn't make a layup, but I tell you what, that fourth quarter, when we cut it to like 7 or something, I tell you what, and I talked to him after the game. I'm like, that just tells me you don't give up. We made a nice little run. I think we made a 5-0 run, maybe a 7-0 run on them, and if you're down 15 or so, that's sometimes hard to do late in the game. But I tell you what, these seniors, this is the group I started with, when I was a JV coach here under Shep, and I tell you, I love each and every one of them. They're just a super special group, and I'm going to miss them. I got a couple, 3, 4 more games with them, I hope, but I tell you what, talk about a special group. They are a special group.
Those relationships you build, and as you talked about, got to coach them early on, and those 6 seniors who put a lot of work and effort in here in this program, and throughout the last couple of years, struggling through a couple of losing seasons, but never giving up. The hard work, as we saw here tonight in that fourth quarter, if you didn't know what the score was, you couldn't tell that they were down by 17 at one point, and as you said, battled it all the way back under in single-digit columns. So just a great work ethic, and that comes to your style of play, Coach McMahon, Coach Funky as well, of never give up type attitude, and that's what these girls know they have to have each and every time out on the court.
You're exactly right. And like I said, when I talked to them in the locker room afterwards, I tell you what, I think they kind of got that. And hopefully, we see a little of that tomorrow. I don't know how many will be playing. I tell you what, we got some sick girls. I know Kendra is not feeling the best, and I know Abby's not feeling the best. But hopefully we're ready to go for Marion tomorrow, and hopefully we're healthy for Mount Vernon on Saturday, because I tell the girls, each and every day, you never know what happens, because it starts over again at 0-0 in your record once the postseason starts.
You always want to play your games on the schedule, but your main focus is getting ready for Saturday, staying healthy, getting everybody to be challenged for Saturday. And let's talk about challenges. Tomorrow is going to be one heck of a challenge. A great program with Coach Lobby and company, a high-ranked Class 4A team, WAMAC West champ. So it's going to be a challenge. And and the girls know they got to keep it in perspective here tomorrow. Come out and play hard, but the goal, the focus, of course, on Saturday.
Yeah, you're exactly right. I mean, we got to play hard on tomorrow against Marion. Obviously, they're ranked, I think, 1 and they're leading the conference. So obviously, we got to play well. But our focus is definitely on Saturday. I know that. I mean, we split with Mount Vernon, and that's a winnable. I think it's a winnable game, and hopefully we get to play Jack again, because I tell you what, I would like to have one more shot at him.
Yes, indeed, as that would be the matchup if West Delaware beats Mount Vernon and Anamosa beats Beckman on Saturday night. A Valentine's date next Wednesday would be in Anamosa.
Yeah, it was one of those games tonight where everything was just kind of out of kilter. Get to come up in the gym that they've not played in any games all year long. It's almost, like a road game, almost, type of thing. Hawks just really couldn't find their shot, but, you can't fault the effort here. I know that the senior girls, they wanted to go out there tonight with that win. And, boy, did they try hard. Sometimes I think maybe they're almost trying a little bit too hard, trying to do some things that, I know I want to do, but they weren't feeling well and trying too hard, and just caught up with them.
Yeah, I think so. I agree with you some there, because, we got ourselves maybe hitting the passing lane when the ball wasn't there or something, get herself a little bit out of position. But I'm going to tell you, that run that I seen there late, that really, I was like, holy cow, I know this team can do it, just because, you've seen it with your own 2 eyes, and I know they can do this. They just got to believe in themselves, they stay confident, and you can see them down there now. They're happy girls, so they're still confident knowing that they can do this.
As the Raiders move on, the WAMAC East Division champs, the Hawks, getting ready for one more game and then the postseason on a Saturday night. And you talked about those 6 girls, senior nights. They're all still out here on the court. That's how much this means to them, how much they enjoy it and getting pictures taken, dancing around, having fun. And really, that's why we're here, having fun, enjoying it. Still a game. And sometimes we lose track of that and worry too much about the wins and losses. But this right here is the reason that you're involved in extracurricular activities in high school.
You're exactly right. Look at them out there. They're hugging each other. They're taking pictures with each other. They're happy girls, and I want to give a shout out to Jack. He's had one heck of a season. He's a great guy. I've loved coaching against him. And, this may be the last opportunity that get to coach against Jack.
Pick them up the postseason, and then maybe a non-conference here down the road or so. But that's probably unlikely. But the final time you'll ever meet them, and how about that? They get the outright title in their final ever WAMAC conference game here. As a good guy to get that program, try to get back here, and after 4 losing seasons for the Lady Raiders. But as you said, you'd like one more chance at them to get on to a regional final. Wouldn't that be sweet?
Yes, it would. That's what I was telling him over there. I hope we get to play each other again because I'm going to be ready, and I'm sure he will be too.
All right, we will see you Saturday down in Lynn County as you get ready to take on the Mustangs. As good luck tomorrow against the Indians.
Well, I appreciate you guys. You do a wonderful job, and thanks so much for the coverage.
Absolutely. Thank you for the kind words. Rod Conrad, the head coach of the West Delaware Hawks, as the Hawks close out here the WAMAC East part of the schedule here tonight, 3-11 as their record here on the east side, as they will wrap up the overall conference tomorrow, as the Hawks with a record in the overall WAMAC right now of a 5-12, as 2-8 at home this year for the West of the Delaware Hawks, as Anamosa improves to 8-3 on the road. As best of luck to Coach Leedy and the Lady Raiders, as we do hope to see them in the postseason indeed, as their nice season continues on now into the postseason after the WAMAC conference and conference title for the first time since 2005, their third ever conference title in the history of the program, as third since 2004, as they had one in 04, 05, and now in 2018. So the Hawks will have that makeup game tomorrow at 4:30 at Seedorf Gymnasium, just one varsity game only, and so that'll get over with before the Wednesday night activities of church night, so they'll get that over with tomorrow at 4:30 as the Hawks will come back on Saturday and take on Mount Vernon. We will have all that for you right here on KMCH and KMCH.com. As coming up for the rest of the week, I want to remind you, Western Dubuque Wrestling Team Regional Duels down at Iowa City at City High School, as the Hawks will take on Linn-Mar, and then the final round, if they win, would be Iowa City High, as they take on Linn-Mar and then Iowa City High. Western Dubuque Wrestling tomorrow, starting at 6 o'clock with Jamie and Roger down in Iowa City. Thursday, it's Class 1A first round postseason for KMCH Sports here. Our broadcast season starts for postseason style with the Edgehill girls as they take on the Central Elkader Warriors in Edgewood. Roger Wright will join me for this one. As Friday night, the West Delaware boys and the Marion Indians will get together in final regular season play at 7:30. Bill and I will take the trip down to Marion High School off of 15th Street there and bring all that action to you. As Saturday, we will have the area coaches choir with yours truly starting at 9 a.m. in West Delaware Wrestling at Districts and Independence starting at noon with Jamie Roger, and then West Delaware Girls Basketball Class 3A first round regional Hawks take on the Mount Vernon Mustangs at 7 with Bill. And how about this from Carver Hawkeye Arena? The Hawks taking down Michigan State right now, 2 points. Still a long ways to go, 10:49 to go to be exact in that second half, but 68-62, a 2-point lead for the Hawks. And you just never know sometimes. The Hawks coming out and playing well in one of their remaining home games here on the schedule against a fourth-ranked team in the nation.
Yeah, still not a lot of defense. They're giving up 66 points with 10 minutes to go.
Who needs it?
But shoot, yeah, they got the offense going tonight. So, yeah, that'd be a big one. That'd be a nice shocker to get down there.
Let's get out of here and go watch the end of that one, as we will do that. Thanks for tuning in tonight. Thanks to all 47 of our sports boosters. Thanks to Faith Hunt back in the studio of KMCH Radio, getting us on the airwaves here of KMCH.com. Hawks fall 44-27. Lady Raiders get their third ever conference title, first ever WAMAC, and their final season, their final game of WAMAC conference play here tonight in the upper gym of West Delaware High School. Have yourselves a good and safe rest of your Tuesday night. We'll talk to you again on Thursday night from Edgewood inside Edco High School. So long, everybody, from Manchester, Iowa.